I'm Jess McIntosh. I'm the Vice President of Communications here at Emily's List, which means that I get to spend my days talking about the incredible work that our women do, like Tammy and Debbie, and also the totally insane things their Republican counterparts get up to. I literally have the best job in Washington. I came to politics through a little bit of a longer route than many of my coworkers who could read crosstabs in high school. I grew up in New York City, which it's weird to say is sheltered, but it is. Everyone is a liberal. It wasn't until the 2000 election, which was the first presidential election that I voted in, that I realized things could go wrong. That there was a fight happening. People were fighting the good fight, and sometimes they lost. I was raised by a single mother who did such a good job of hiding how hard she worked to give me the life that I had, that I didn't realize until I was closer to an adult how critical the social safety net that we enjoyed that allowed her to live her life and me to live mine was. So when I got into politics, obviously I became a Democrat. I started on campaigns. I got the opportunity to work for some amazing feminists who happened to be men, which I don't hold against them. I was honored to be part of the team that helped elect our first Muslim congressman, progressive champion Keith Ellison. I was honored to be, he's amazing. I was honored to be a part of the team that helped elect Senator Al Franken, who you'll hear from later tonight, and who is, I'm happy to say, just the kindest, smartest human being I have ever known. And the best thing about working on that campaign was that I got to meet Stephanie Shriak, who managed us to a 312 vote victory. That's how good she is. She's just a dream manager. It's a no ego, no drama, completely impressive results. I would have followed her to an organization in whose mission I did not believe, but luckily, she went to Emily's List. And so I have gotten to spend the last few years helping women like Tammy and Debbie make life a little bit better for all of us. I was late to this fight, but I have come to understand that it is the most important. I always called myself a feminist, but I was the worst kind. I was the kind that didn't do anything about it. I was regularly the only woman in the room. And it took me many years to realize that that had nothing to do with my talent and everything to do with how screwed up the room was. And I've spent the last 4 years, hopefully, making up for lost time. I've been a part of electing Tammy Baldwin and Mazie Hirono and Muriel Bowser and Elizabeth Warren and defeating Todd Akin and Scott Brown twice. But aside from that, the thing that I have been the most excited about is being a part of the creation of a space where women's issues and women's leadership is front and center. And we are back to the point where we are arguing over who gets to call themselves a feminist. I love that fight. Let's have it in front of the kids. We are celebrating and studying intersectionality. We are supporting women. We are having complicated and difficult discussions that move ourselves forward. And women's voices are everywhere with a bigger audience than ever. It's not just the candidates who have become the standard bearers of the Democratic Party. It's TV and movies and reading the news from the anchor desk and in the pages of women's magazines. Every major cultural moment becomes an opportunity for a feminist discussion, whether it's the Super Bowl or the Oscars. The panel that you're about to hear from are the champions of this era of feminism, and the woman who's going to kick them off is perfect for the job. Uzo Aduba plays an impossible role in a TV show that would have been an impossibility just a few years ago. You know her as Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black. And she plays a role that would be so easy to caricature, but she does it with a depth and a rawness and a complexity that used to be reserved for the kind of roles that were only written for men. And with every episode, we get to see how much richer the story is when every kind of woman gets to have a part. So I am thrilled to welcome to the stage Uzo Aduba. Thank you so much for being here.